Hello everybody, welcome to JRTrainerTalk. In this episode we will be talking about all the Eeveeloutions, including Eevee, Flareon, Vaporeon, Jolteon, Umbreon, Espeon, Glaceon, and Leafeon. Alright, so this is Eevee. So let's just get right into this. Eevee is of the normal type. Its species is the evolution Pokemon. We'll find out why later. And it has the runaway ability, which allows you to run away from any Pokemon battle. And it has the adaptability effect, which increases the same type attack bonus in battle. So if you use a similar type of move throughout battle, power increases, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Encanto, it's number 133 in the National Encanto Dex. And then for its egg, it's part of the ground egg group. Yeah. So that's the basic stuff about Eevee. And then yeah. So a little bit about Eevee here. Common term used to refer to all the Pokemon of Eevee and all evolutions are Eeveeloutions. It's a pretty common slang term. It refers to Eevee and all his evolutions. And then, of course, all Eevee's evolutions have the suffix "eon," and we'll have them. And then, apparently, Eevee and its evolutions have a catch rate of 45. And then no evolution has identical base total stats, which it differs among them. And then yeah. And then let's see. So in Generation 1, the evolutions from Generation 1 are Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon, and can be tamed at level 1 via an evolutionary stone. In Generation 2, we have Umbreon and Espeon, which require you to level up your Eevee with enough happiness at a certain time of the day. If you do this in the daytime, it'll evolve into an Espeon, and if you do it in the nighttime, it'll evolve into an Umbreon. Now, Leafeon and Glaceon are a little more complicated. You have to, in order to evolve them like that, you have to level up near this mossy rock in Etherna Forest, which is Platinum, Diamond, Pearl only. And then for Glaceon, you have to level up on near Icy Rock on Route 217. Again, that's only in Platinum games, Platinum, Pearl, and Diamond. So yeah, Eevee and Tyrogue, I may talk about him later, are the only Pokemon that can evolve into more than 2 Pokemon. Yeah. So during Generation 1, Eevee was the only Pokemon that could evolve into more than one species. With the release of several Pokemon in Generation 2 on, however, is the only distinction. Now its ability to evolve into many species as it is able is currently 7.
It's 12 o'clock.
Yeah, so Eevee is one of 2 Pokemon that evolve with a Thunderstone. The only other one is Pikachu. I thought that was kind of interesting. I thought there would be more than that. So yeah, in Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, they're the only main series of games where Eevee can be found in the wild, and when it's caught, it knows 4 status moves. All Eeveeloutions seem to have one single elemental type governed solely by a special attack. The only special element type not covered is Dragon. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for Eevee. Its origin has traits of fennec, foxes, and cats, possibly based on folklore of Tanuki, who is said to be able to transform, and is the alternate name for Japanese raccoon dog. It may also be based on a concept of dog breeding and multiple variations that arose from it. Okay, so this is a chart of all of Eevee's sprites. I don't really have a favorite one. I think they all look pretty good. Um, so, and then obviously shiny color. It's kind of this kind of ghostly thing, kind of ghost color, like white, grayish kind of thing going on. And so that's pretty much it for Eevee. Okay, now I thought for this particular one, since Eevee has so many evolutions, I should show a little thing about that. So this is a evolution chart of Eevee. So obviously we have Eevee at the top, and then if we use a Water Stone, we can evolve him into a Vaporeon, a Thunderstone for Jolteon, Firestone for Flareon, Happiness during the daytime for Espeon, Happiness during the night for Umbreon, Level Up and Enter the Forest, near that Mossy Rock for Leafeon, and then near Icy Rock on Route 217 for Glaceon. So it really shows you a lot about Eevee, and they're all very similar. They all end in Eon, which I think I mentioned, so that's pretty interesting. Of all my favorite evolutions, I'd probably say I have to say Espeon, just because I think that looks the coolest one. And then if I had to pick one for like a team or something, if you look at the stats, Espeon is what I want, I think, on my team. So that's yeah. So let's continue on with Vaporeon. Alright, so this is Vaporeon. It is the water type evolution. It's known as the Bubble Jet Pokemon. It has the ability Water Absorb, which allows it to absorb water. If it is attacked by a water attack, it heals itself. So water attacks don't hurt it, they heal it. So, and then in the National Kanto Dex, it is number 134. And then it is part of the Ground A group. So that's a little bit of basics of it. It's a little trivia. Vaporeon, along with Umbreon and Leafeon, are the tallest evolutions. Vaporeon is the heaviest, making it the largest evolution. Vaporeon has the highest HP base stat of the evolutions. It's the only water type that appears in the field section of the PAL Park. And then we'll get into little sprite differences later. And then, despite it being described as the Bubble Jet Pokemon, Vaporeon does not learn Bubble. Can, however, utilize TM11, Bubble Beam, and Generation 1. And then Vaporeon is the only evolution that does not share any weakness with another. Now, the origin of Vaporeon has traits of foxes, cats, and a number of aquatic animals, and it also shares characteristics with the mythical mermaid. So this is a chart of Vaporeon sprites. Obviously, you can see the fox, cat thing going on, along with the water mammals. Um, so he looks pretty cool all around, except for Diamond and Pearl. I don't think he looks all that cool in those ones. He looks more like he'd be like in a circus or something. And I don't know, they're all really cool looking. I think my personal favorite's probably Yellow, his sprite from the Yellow version, just because, it looks very majestic and, very upright. Now, if you notice, in Generation 1, on his legs, he has little fins, and, in the later generations, he doesn't have fins on his legs.